In our last episode, Mark and I went to the Shitamachi area of Osaka to bring you Japan's most iconic okonomiyaki. In this episode, we go back to the Maple Kitchen where I show you how to make Shitamachi Okonomiyaki. How does it taste? Let's find out!
What are we looking at today?
Okay, this guy, Ko Kentetsu Kitchen,
Yeah.
he's actually from Osaka.
Okay.
He's from the actual neighborhood that makes the okonomiyaki that I want to make tonight.
Okay. All right.
So, and it is quite a bit different from other types of okonomiyaki, so you're in for a treat tonight. The reason that I want to do this particular one is because it's the simplest one.
So which area are we actually dealing with this time?
Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked. We're dealing with a neighborhood in Osaka called Shitamachi.
Okay.
And that might not make a lot of sense to non-Japanese people. Think of it like if this were New York, you have Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And you have the Bronx, and you have Lower Manhattan, and all those different boroughs.
Yeah.
But within, let's say, Brooklyn, you would have Williamsburg. You could have Brooklyn Heights. You could have Bushwick. And these are all neighborhoods within the area that is known as Brooklyn.
Okay.
This is a kind of okonomiyaki that even other Kansai people don't really know that well.
Why's that?
Because they're in their own neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay?
All right.
Let's make the first stage of our batter. If you want the easy button, they do sell kits.
Oh, okay.
This one is for Hiroshima Okonomiyaki, but you get the idea. I don't imagine that many people in English-speaking countries have quick access to Japanese hakurikiko,
Probably not.
which is Japanese cake flour,
Gotcha.
right? So you can use Western cake flour, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with Italian cake flour, so why not use it?
Okay.
It's just more expensive. So I just paid more than I should have. So here we have our 100 grams of cake flour,
Right.
and you're just gonna eyeball about half of it.
Why are we using only half?
Oh, we're gonna dump this other half in after.
Okay.
150 milliliters or 150 grams of dashi.
And what's that?
Dashi, oh, you know what dashi is?
I have no idea.
Dashi is
Stock.
stock, and we're just gonna mix that in. Make a really watery. This is not a batter that you're used to. It's not like a fish and chips batter.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch it and gently put in the rest of the flour.
All right.
There we go. That's about where you want it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got some lumps in it, no big deal. A touch of salt is just like about that much.
Just a little sprinkle.
That's all.
All right.
And just a touch of Japanese soy sauce. Do not use Chinese soy sauce for Japanese food. I love Chinese food. I've made videos about Chinese food. I speak Chinese. But for Japanese food, you don't want to put Chinese soy sauce on it.
Makes sense.
I've tried it.
It tastes different. Yeah, it
just
definitely tastes different.
It doesn't taste right. Just enough, like that. No more than that. Now we've got to let it rest for about 10 minutes.
What's that gonna do?
Just to, if we made any gluten, we want to let it relax.
Okay.
So it won't be chewy.
Got it.
And during that 10 minutes, you can do stuff like chop up your cabbage.
Okay.
You know what the most popular food in all of Japan is?
No clue. What is it?
Curry.
Curry. Really? Curry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would expect it to be sushi, but no, it's curry.
Yeah, I probably might have guessed sushi.
Nobody seems to know. I've got a round cabbage here. Those of you who want to be really hardcore and really like extra and authentic about this, it's better to use a flat cabbage.
Flat cabbage.
Even Japanese people don't know that.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't even know the difference.
Yeah. Every so often you're gonna get somebody who's like raised on a farm.
Yeah.
And they know their cabbages really, really well. If you're cooking for somebody like that, you want to use a flat cabbage. You know, like Asian cooking, you cook by feel.
Yeah, most of the time. All right.
In the description, I'll put all like the weights and measurements and all that kind of stuff for those of you who need the training wheels.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna quarter this. 1/4 cabbage.
All right. Cool.
You'll notice that it has a core.
Yeah.
A lot of recipes, including ones from Kansai, say to cut and discard it.
Okay. What are we gonna do today, man?
I'm gonna keep it because I think it's wasteful. I don't mind the core. You know, I've never had a problem with eating the core. Some people really hate it. If you hate it, get rid of it. Mince the shit out of this. Oh, by the way, you gotta use a metal bowl.
Why's that?
It's just tradition. If you make Kansai Okonomiyaki, you have to use a metal bowl. Go look at anybody making traditional okonomiyaki. They'll always be using a metal bowl.
All right.
If they're
Interesting.
using glass, that ain't real.
Non-authentic.
Greater Kansai Okonomiyaki, and especially Osaka Okonomiyaki, there's a saying in Osaka.
What's that?
お好み焼きってこんなもんやないキャベツもんや And what that means is okonomiyaki is not a flour-based food, but it's a cabbage-based food.
Okay.
And there's a reason for it being different from the rest of Japan. And why that is, I'll explain later in this video. But keep in mind, when people in Osaka, especially in Shitamachi, are eating okonomiyaki, they want the dish to focus on cabbage. Why do I mention that? Because the way you cut the cabbage is very important.
Okay.
Other parts of Japan, for example, if you're more in the Tokyo area, they're going to cut it a lot thinner. They might cut it into strips even.
Oh,
That has a certain effect on the final bite when you eat it.
different mouthfeel.
It's got a different mouthfeel. I'm going about 1 centimeter at a time. If you're American, that would be half an inch. And then we cut it the other way, also 1 centimeter. And basically, you're gonna get these 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter
Yeah.
squares.
Nice and uniform.
Yeah, you can go over it a couple more times, but this is what, you don't wanna go over too many times. You definitely don't wanna. Okay, in Japanese, we call this arame ni kizamu,
Meaning
meaning to cut it, to give it a rough cut, a rough chop.
rough chop. Okay.
Okay, that's about as fine as you wanna go.
Yeah.
Okay, again, you will find some okonomiyaki shops that really mince it down to like almost grains of sand is an exaggeration, but not much of one. I've
Yeah.
been in some shops where they really cut it down fine, and that's the person who does that is aiming for something else. But like I said, for tonight's variety of okonomiyaki, that's about as fine as you want to go.
All right.
Okay. Thunderjack is studying for an exam right now. That's why he's not here, by the way.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, you can watch this and fail your exam.
No. We wish him well. We wish
No,
him
no,
well.
I don't wish that
It's all
you
good.
fail.
It's
I
all
just
good.
wish you were here, you know. Not that I don't love having you here, John. This is different from a lot of other varieties of okonomiyaki. Okay, what I'm about to show you right now. You want to start with a completely cold surface.
Oh, okay.
Okay, pork belly.
Oh, yes.
Okay, this is not bacon. Bacon is cured and smoked
Right.
and flavored sometimes with maple and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you use it? Yes, you can, because okonomiyaki, the rules are pretty loose, but in my experience in Japan, I never saw anybody use bacon. Some okonomiyakis require the meat on top,
Yeah.
and some require it on the bottom. I'm gonna go bottom with this. This is gonna produce the oil that you need to fry the thing. We don't have to oil it extra. So we're gonna put down about enough for, there's enough batter for making 2 of them tonight. If you wanna make more, just scale it up.
I like the name of that thing in the background, by the way.
Otafuku?
Pretty much it's just auto you, but
All right, I hadn't thought of that. But yeah, this is actually the most stereotypically iconic type of okonomiyaki sauce in Japan.
okay. All right.
Do you need this brand? Hell no, you don't. But this is like, if we're talking about ketchup, there's
Yeah.
Heinz, right?
True.
And everybody knows Heinz.
Of course.
Here's another thing I gotta talk about. If we're talking about the sauce for Osaka Okonomiyaki, I actually should be using something called doro sauce,
Yeah.
which translates to mud sauce.
Oh.
It's
okay.
available in Japan. I tried finding it. I can't find it. So I'm gonna go with the regular sauce.
All right.
And by the same token, this is Japanese mayo.
Japanese man. Okay.
Again, this is not Kewpie, it's Ajinomoto. Do you need Kewpie? It's the most iconic one. But again, you're not required to use it.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to do it with North American mayo, you could do it with North American mayo. But again, we're trying to be authentic tonight, so we're using Japanese mayo.
Yeah.
And this is called dashi,
And what's this?
which is Japanese hot mustard.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All
this is not typically put on all types of okonomiyaki. There's plenty of okonomiyaki that don't use this.
Yeah.
Again, we're going shitamachi today. We're only gonna turn it up to low. Okay?
Just low is enough.
low
Low
and slow.
Okay. All right.
Other kinds of okonomiyaki use a higher heat level. Sometimes they even use a cover to steam the okonomiyaki on top while
Yeah.
the bottom gets all crisp.
Okay.
That's not shitamachi's way of doing it. Okay, you can see it's starting to sizzle.
Yeah.
And while it's not quite there yet, but while this is doing its thing, we can start to make our batter, the stage 2 of our batter.
Cabbage.
This cabbage, we take about half our cabbage.
Yeah.
Our
Right.
stage 1 batter. Put about 2 scoops in.
Oh, into here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put an egg into it.
Yeah.
Now you want to mix it really
Yeah.
quickly, just a few seconds.
Okay.
Do not overmix this.
What happens if you overmix?
If you overmix it, then you'll get chewy.
Chewy. Okay.
You don't want. Okay,
We
that's
don't
about
want
enough.
it chewy. All right.
That's enough.
That was quick.
So when you got your pork to about there, it's just a hint of pink.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when you're gonna put some of this on there. Just gonna pour it on top.
Yeah.
Now do not push it down. There are some okonomiyaki recipes where you push it down with your spatula.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that in this recipe, okay?
What does that actually do?
Because you want it to be fluffy and that
Oh,
will
okay.
take away the fluffiness.
Alright.
And it'll also take away some of that mouthfeel that you want from the cabbage,
Right.
which is the kind of the goal for this. You want to leave like spaces in it. And you'll notice it's not a perfect circle,
Yeah.
the way I made it. If it's too perfect, it looks like it was stamped out of a machine,
Right.
and that's not appetizing.
Okay.
And if it's all over the place like a bird that's not appetizing either. And we're gonna let this go for about 8 minutes,
Okay.
but give or take. At this point, if you want to,
Yeah.
just to make it prettier, you can move the cabbage to the outside
Alright.
just for aesthetics. You may have noticed when I had the meat here, it didn't seem to be cooking that evenly.
Yeah. Mhm.
That'll happen a lot, no matter what kind of tip bun you use. Just take and rotate. Quarter turn.
So it's solidified a little bit by
Yeah, and then take it quarter turn. That should pretty much guarantee that you get even browning. You see how this liquid fat is accumulating?
Yes.
Before we flip it, we want to make sure that we wipe that away.
Oh,
Because
okay.
if we flip it with all the fat on there, there's going to be a splash.
Ah,
And
okay.
then people are going to get hurt. Okay.
Hurt in a delicious way.
No. This is going to be like the 911.
Pain.
Yeah. Paper towel cooking is a Japanese thing.
That's what I was gonna say. I definitely don't do this with my Chinese
Yeah,
cooking.
Chinese people don't do this. This is a Japanese thing. Before you flip it,
Yeah.
you're gonna apply just a touch of fresh batter on the top
Alright.
because that'll result in a crispier underside.
Okay.
There you go. Look at the way that is grilled, man.
Look at that color.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that browning. That is awesome.
That's gonna be so nice. And the thing about this is that the crispy porky part is going to act like a cover.
Yeah.
And the cabbage underneath is going to slowly steam.
I see. Okay.
So this is why we don't have to cover it. It is its own cover.
Yeah. You guys can't smell this, but this smells amazing, by the way.
It smells like Osaka.
Cannot wait to eat this.
Our okonomiyaki is done. It's time to dress it. Here we go.
Put down a nice big glop of mayo, a nice little glop of dashi, and of course okonomiyaki sauce.
That's quite a lot of sauce, but whatever. Here's the shitamachi bit. You take it and you smear it about 10 or 11 times.
Mm.
There you go. Again, this is bizarre behavior if you're not from Osaka. Hanakatsuo.
And what are these guys?
This is shaved smoked fish. Watch it move. See, it looks like it's alive, right?
Is it moving because of the heat? I guess?
That's right. It's fully dead, I assure you. It's not alive.
Pretty sure it's dead.
Do not use wakame. Do not use kizami nori. You have to use aonori. No matter what region you're in, you want to use aonori. This one says aosa. It's another name for the same thing.
Okay.
But it's a special kind of seaweed.
So what's the difference between the other ones?
Flavor's totally different. Oh, the smell. It smells like Osaka, folks.
It smells great in here.
Any shoga. Just gonna place that right in the center. Some people like it on the side. Here you go, my friend. Eat and enjoy.
Oh, this looks good.
Wait,
What's up? What's up?
this.
Oh, what are we doing with it?
This is called a kote in Japanese.
Yeah.
It's a paddle. It should be metal, but whatever.
Okay.
Traditionally, okonomiyaki is eaten with a paddle.
Oh, really?
And you can eat it with your chopsticks.
Yeah.
A lot of people do, but traditionally it's eaten with a paddle. So I want you to try to eat it with a paddle first.
Yeah. With
And-
just the paddle itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You cut it, and then you funnel it into your mouth. But
All right. Let's give this a go. So kind of like.
if you don't like to use the paddle, yeah, you can switch to chopsticks after, but I want you to
Yeah.
take your first bite with the paddle.
Interesting. Ugh. Okay, here we go.
Look at him go.
Mmm. Oh, that's really good.
Yay! Welcome to Osaka, man.
And also, full disclosure, I don't even like mayonnaise. This is really good.
It's different, right?
Oh, yeah.
The actual Japanese mayonnaise.
Mm.
Let's get a good look at it.
That's really
There
good.
you go. That's what it's like. That's a real Shitamachi style Osaka Okonomiyaki.
And you can taste the mustard. You can taste the pork, the cabbage, everything.
Yeah, it's got a good mouthfeel to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're used to, right?
Yeah.
Gabu. There you go.
The pork? Oh my god.
Yay.
Okay. You guys absolutely need to make this. This is really good.
Yay! There you go. It's John approved.
The adventure continues in future videos, folks, and I'll put those videos right here. So please like and subscribe so you can keep adventuring with me.